Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Clearly, I've not made a video in 2 weeks, and I thought that I would give it a try right now. I'm not sure how quick I'll be to respond to comments and stuff like that. It's been a very difficult time around here. For those who don't know, Perpetual and I have been together for 16 years, and his youngest son, Austin, age 25, died 2 weeks ago today, 2 weeks ago tonight, of a heroin overdose. So it's been a really tough time. I guess I'll just call him my stepson since he really is, even though I'm not officially married to Perpet. So I just thought I'd come on and let you know that's where I've been. The last video I did was the one with Mother, where she was showing her designs. Yes, I still fiddle with my hair. I got a haircut, thank goodness. And then after that video, Spencer and Mother and I were talking, and this is when I found out that things had gotten pretty bad with Austin. I wasn't fully aware of what was going on. He was doing really well for a long time, and then, as I guess happens quite a bit, people sort of slip back into this, and he just had an accidental overdose. So, right after that conversation, about 7 o'clock at night, I was over here, and Mom called and said that Tammy, that's Joel's ex-wife, had called then an ambulance and Spencer because Austin, had overdosed, or she didn't know what was going on. So it was really weird because evidently Spencer had been with him in the early morning hours. Tammy, Joel's ex, had called Spencer over there to see if there's anything they can do to get him on the right track, I guess. I'm not real sure, but she really relied on Spencer quite heavily. He was real close to Austin, and as of late, I only saw him on really holidays, and Joel's birthday was the last time we all got together for dinner at Mom's, and it was really nice. And of course, in his younger years, he was 9, Spencer was 7 whenever we got together. So they grew up together, and Spencer really, that's Mars. Spencer, remind me to tell you about Zoe. Spencer really, he has 2 half brothers, my son does, from his father's previous marriage. But he really felt that Austin was a brother to him. So it's just not a good scene, of course. And Perpetual, a lot of people, when something like this happens, they throw themselves into their work or something just to sort of try to get on with it. Well, he worked with Joel. So it's bad news anyway. You look at it, it's not the natural order of things for a son to die before his parents, or a daughter. You should, your children should outlive you, and it just kind of throws off the space-time continuum, for lack of a better description. So I just wanted to do a video and thank a lot of people have been very good to me, even though we are long distance. Kathleen has been letting people know about this for me, as did Smitty, and Watcher's been very supportive. And several people. By the way, while I have you, I was going to say Nicholas, too, at first, and then he sort of dropped off the radar. Well, it turns out that Nicholas, he's one of the moderators during the live gigs. He is pretty seriously ill. I don't know the details. He lives in Mexico and is in a hospital down there. And I just found this out yesterday. I got with Karen and Basil because they're real close with him. And I asked, have you heard from him? It's really strange that he always returns my emails. It might be a day late or, something. And he didn't. And here they did some investigating and I found that. So good vibes, thoughts, prayers, whatever you feel like sending would be delightful for Nicholas. And it's just been crazy because this day after, or very close to when Austin died, this other woman who just 62 years old named Sue passed away. Mother's really very close with her mother. And then the town librarian, I called her the vegetarian librarian. She was a really great woman. Just sort of a delight to be around, for lack of a better way to describe it. She passed away very suddenly. And then one of Spencer's Boy Scout fellow troop members, I guess, killed himself at age 23 on his birthday. So it's just been a crazy time. Very crazy. Especially for Spencer having to go to all those things because he had gone with Mother to one previously. But anyhow, I just thought I'd show you a couple of pictures of Austin. These were taken at Christmas, and then I'll show a couple of the kids when they were younger, and then I'll probably sign off. But I hope, and I've had a stomach issue yesterday, and somewhat today, not as bad as yesterday. It's like a burning stomach, burning. Terrible. I don't know what to think, say, or do, but that's what's happening here. But I feel okay right now, and thought I would do a video. So, okay, here is a picture. This was, oh, and Katie, by the way, she went and got Joel, like, a tree. I might be able to take you out and show it to you. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. It's too dark, and I just don't think it's going to come in. I'll show you some of these, though. These are beautiful, if I can get them in there. There's that, and then I'll try this. Here's Austin's little deal in here. I don't even know what I'm aiming at here, ladies and gentlemen. There's Bernadette. It's a tree. It's going to be real dark, but take my word for it, it's a tree, and so it's like in his honor kind of deal. Joel has plants from when his mom died and stuff. I'll show you what Kathleen sent. Good gravy. See, I have to hold this way. Anyhow, this is from Kathleen, and this is, I'll show you this picture close up. It's him, but you can't really see it. She sent this and some wind chimes. Sorry to keep frightening you by coming back at you wildly. And, of course, I put the wind chimes in the healing tree. I think that's a really considerate thing to do because when they ring, of course, you think of the deceased. Here I am back at my perch. Okay, I'm here. All right, so I think this will show up. Oh, I didn't ever continue with what Katie did. She got him that plant, that tree, and then she went and had various pictures framed that we could display around the funeral home. This was one of them. This is from Christmas. And it's kind of, I wonder if I should take it out of the frame. I don't know. I could go shut off that light. There we go. That's good enough. I think you get the idea. That's me with him. And then this is a, you know what? I'm going to shut that off and just see if it makes any difference. Hold. Well, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to take this out. Hold on. Wow, that's a terrific frame. Here, this is, it's really not much better. But anyhow, this is a Christmas one. I have my, there's Austin and Joel's granddaughter, my mother, me, Joel, Justin, brother of Austin, Spencer's back there, Chance, and Katie took the picture. So we'll try to do that. Anyhow, these were on display. I'll put that back together. This one I love, and what we did was, I'm just going to leave it in here. I'll turn it this way, sort of. They cut out him for the obit. And that, here, there we go. Okay, I think you can see that. There's my mother, clearly, and there's Spencer, and there's Austin. And they took this, and that was his obit picture. It's really surreal to be talking about this, like, you know, Austin's dead. He's not going to grow old. He's not going to have kids. We're not going to hear from him again. It's just really odd. It's very surreal. So, anyhow, that's just basically it. I'll show you some from when they were younger, and I'll pull myself together a little bit. Do you hear Mars in the background? That's for Pan Hacker. Okay, I live for this picture. This is when he first kind of came into my life, or whatever. He was 9. And I know I look adorable as well. No need to say it. So, I'm going to find one of Spencer and him when they were a little cute. Okay, this makes me crack up because I'll tell you why in a minute. That's them in the Allegheny River as boys, age 7 and 9, holding hands in the water. And I'll tell you that story. This video is going to be long since I haven't made a video in 2 weeks, and I don't really care. I don't really have a desire to do anything. That's nothing. I just didn't know, like, how am I going to start a video? What am I going to be up to doing it? Just whatever. I know you'll bear with me. I was all excited because I arranged, hang on, hold on. I arranged for a little camping weekend with Perpetual and the kids and me. And I was really good at arranging these things and whatnot. And I was all thrilled because we got this park model in this campground, and it was going to be tremendous. And here, it was like literally closer to the highway than I am here. And for those who've been with me for a while, you know how close that highway is. So I think it was maybe 10 feet closer to the highway than I am here. Very close. Literally beside the highway was our cabin or whatever you call it. But no one seemed to mind, and we had a good time. But here they are on that front porch deal. Oh, that was just hilarious. In my view, it's hilarious. You might think I'm nutty. Oh, just here's a cute one of them inside of a cooler. Austin was chubby as a child, so Spencer was always spindly. Oh, let's see. I thought this one I really enjoyed because my cupboards are so clean here in the kitchen. Oh, they were trying to be tough here in this kitchen. And so, look how clean those cabinets are, ladies and gentlemen, are white. At any rate, so that's good. I just thought I'd kind of take you on a walk down memory lane briefly. This was, I don't remember. We did so many things. This might have been when we went to upstate New York or something. I'm not clear, but they were being silly. What's new? So they fought like brothers. They defended each other like brothers. Austin defended people. I used to just, it drove me nuts because, I mean, he would just defend or at least try to see the other view or whatever, something that was generally deemed as hideous. He'd be like, well, he maybe had a rough childhood or, whatever. He was very much a defense person. I joked and said he was going to be a defense lawyer when he grew up. So I think what led to this, honestly, and what's leading to a lot of this, and by the way, he was the second one in Meadville Hospital that day. There was a gal, 29 years old. Everybody who came through that line at the funeral home, they were just, everyone had a story. One lady, her son OD'd and her husband died a year later of a broken heart. There were people whose first cousin's son, this happened to him. It was just, I think everyone's like 2 degrees removed or whatever that saying is from this. And I have kind of a radical way to maybe try to mend the situation, but I don't think I'm going to get into that right now, ladies and gentlemen. But I will say that I think that ignorance on the part of many who were surrounding him on a regular basis is something that unfortunately didn't help things out. I'm just going to say that because I don't want to sit here and be unkind or point fingers because it's no one's to blame. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's it. Oh, yeah, I was telling Judith M. Villeneuve, Maine, you know how I wear a blue one like this, generally, on here too. Well, I asked Perpetch if I could some of the family wanted a viewing. We didn't, but they won. And so he was viewed and then cremated. But I asked Joel, would it be weird? Of course, everything's weird. If I put my blue clothespin in there because it's sort of my motto or, you know what I'm saying? And he said, oh gosh, not at all. And so I did. And then he pointed out when I reach up here, like I'm not going to replace it ever. I'll just keep one here that it'll be missing. And that'll kind of make me think of him or whatever. Like I'm not thinking about him all the time, but you know what I'm saying. So I think that's all. I thank you very much for your kind words, your emails, so forth and so on. For people who didn't know, I mean, this is what happened. Basically, we didn't sugarcoat it in the paper. We said what he died from because a lot of people do not put that in. We thought it might help another person or bring awareness or what have you. And we got a lot of compliments for that as well. So hopefully this will not be in vain. That's really all I can muster at this time. Please bear with me in terms of if I'm going to check the comments. I have a fake live video that I made on Friday before Austin died on Saturday 2 weeks ago that I've had here. All I have to do is hit public. I'm thinking of going ahead and doing that tomorrow at 12:30 so that at least, my time and energy wouldn't have been wasted on that. So that's all. I have to put these pictures back together. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others, drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues, leave labels at the door, research before you judge, and remember, war is a racket, and that includes the war on drugs. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say, although there wasn't a war on drugs really when he did the book, but love you. Bye-bye. Thanks again. Really, I really appreciate those who are truly concerned and reached out and all that. Bye-bye.